Hello everybody, welcome back to another edition of the TeSys Island Training. I'm your host, Leandro Romada, and in this video what we're going to see is the integration of the TeSys Island with the Modicon M580 using the function blocks for maintenance and device information. So let's go to the software. So the first thing that we need is the library for the TeSys Island. If you saw the previous videos, you know how to install the library, how to connect with the TeSys Island, and how to control the TeSys Island. Now what we're going to do is to use the extra information that we have for the TeSys Island, which is the maintenance and product data. So let's go now to the library just to show you this. What I meant. So in the TeSys Island library, you have asset management, and here we have device maintenance data and device pro data. Okay, so this is the information that you need in order to read. This is the function blocks that you need. So let's have a look. So I'm going to create another function block, section SR maintenance. I'm going to do FBD. Okay, so here just need to call this TeSys Island asset management. They use device product data. Okay, avatar, see, instance product. In this case, the product data is for device, so device 02. Okay, so device product data, and then I'm going to show you the other one, which is the TeSys Island. Down product data, maintenance data. So it's going to be instance device, maintenance device 02. Okay, now you ask me why all this. Well, so as I mentioned before in the theory of the TeSys Island, we have avatar and we have devices. Sometimes the avatar can be a device, but the avatar can have multiple devices. Okay, so that's the problem. So in this case, if we go to my actual architecture, I have one avatar, two avatars, three avatars, four avatars, and five avatars. A1, A2, A3, A4, and 5. Okay, in this case, this avatar 2, avatar 2 here, it has 3 devices. Okay, and here each device has a unique position, so we need to double check. Now the device, the information that we get from this is the device information, so we need to know which is the device that we're reading in order to get information from. Okay, now if we go here, we can see the physical view, and the physical view will help us to understand the position. So position 1 is for the bus coupler. Okay, and if you're using Modbus TCP, everything starts with the 255. It will start with 255. Then the next one, it will change if it's an avatar. If it's an avatar, it will be the position 1, 2, and 3. And if it's device, it will start with the 101. Okay, so let me just get this in a much better way. Third party function block. So this is explained in this document, which is third-party function block guide. And I believe I already explained that when I explained for the HVAC controller. Okay, this. Here you have the explanation for devices and avatars where you start. So the unit ID for the bus coupler, which is the green one, which is communication, everything, all the information can be accessed in the 255. Then if you want for devices, okay, which is the model, you start with the 101. Otherwise, if it's an avatar, you will start for the number 1. And here is the example. So in this case, I have in this island, I have a bus coupler, I have an analog I/O, have a digital I/O, have voltage interface, 2 serial starters, serial interface, a starter and power interface. So if you take a look over here, just go, okay, if you take a look over here, the physical order, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, similar to what I have here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay, that's okay, it's not going to change. But if I need to use Modbus TCP for unit ID, the first one is going to be 255. The next one is going to be 201. So if you want information for this particular device, we need to use the 101 on the unit ID, and so on and so on and so on. Okay, it's going to be different for the avatar. If you want information from the avatar, okay, the first one is going to be 255, which is the system, the bus coupler, and then the next one is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, which is different from the order of the avatars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If we go here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is going to be 255. Unit ID 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, that's something for you to think about it. But I just want you to be aware about this. Okay. Now, the reason is here I have to put that information: avatar ID, device address. So, it's not a little bit clear here, I may say. Avatar ID is not the avatar, it's the device. So we need to put information about the device they are trying to use. That's why here in the top I put device 02, device 02, which should be the next one next to the avatar. Okay, so what I have done here is to create function block. These default variables. So I have an array for avatar ID, device ID, and TeSys island address. And here, this is the format that we need to use. And in the library, it's a little bit confusing sometimes. So we just need to use this syntax for the IP address. This one is already done because it's the default that I have used. And here on devices, okay, you start by the position. And you start 255, 1, 2. So you have everything here. And the avatar is going to be something similar. Okay. So you have everything already pre-done for you, ready to use. Can share that with you. So avatar ID here. So let's put this over here. Avatar ID, data selection. It's going to be the device. So it's going to be the number 2. It's going to assign the 101. So you don't get confused. And device address is the IP address that I want. There, adjust and check the inside structure. And here the same, just need to add avatar ID, which is not the avatar, is the device. Inside structure, number 2. Side here. Okay. And we can extend this for read part of the information. So depending on the information of the model that we're going to use, we will have data. Some of them, they don't have enough information for us. Okay, so we need to check which is the one that we need to use. So in this case, to get the maintenance information, as I have here, okay, it's going to be good if you use the starter or the power interface or the starter with safety, not for the analog I/O. So we need to access to the right information. So this one is the position number 5. So if we go position number 5, I'm going to create another one. So I'm going to add another one of these, but only for the one I need. So device maintenance. We can use with all of them, but they're not going to give you the right information that's going to be useful for to use. So maintenance. So this one's going to be instance maintenance device 05. Device 5. Yes, device 5. Okay, and I'm going to put it over here. Okay, here we just need to select the IP address. And here data selection, I'm going to use the array device, and it's going to be number 5, physical position. You can see here 5, so you don't get confused on this. Then I'm going to replicate this for a few more these things. Okay. O2, let's just go here to the data. It's going to show you everything. I need to compile. Okay, we have a few errors, yes. And I'm going to show you why they have an error later. Okay, so I'm just going to create this and rename variable instance broad device 03, rename variable 04, rename variable 05. I'm going to create a new variable here just to enable this function block. So enable prod. Okay, good. Enable prod. We're going to use the same one just to show you. To kind of speed it up. And then here we need to another one for execute. To be honest, I don't know why they use execute, but the name execute, you will see. If you just put execute and you put leave it in true, it will continue read and write information. Read information from the device. It's not just the normal execute that I saw in different softwares. It's just continue reading information and not waiting for something else. So weird. Okay, so I have all this defined, which is good. Now what we need is the here we need to define for each of them this error code variable. So data selection, I'm going to use array error code prod device 02. We create this array 03. I know it takes time, but yeah. Once you've done it, you have all the information available and ready to use in your software. Device 05. Okay. Now something similar needs to be done on the other side over here, but it has a few tricks. So error code, data selection is going to be maintenance device 02, and here device 5. And if you put this like this, you probably get an error because there are a few things missing. You can see there are a few things over there. So Something different here is this work memory. So we need something extra here. This work memory that I explained to you. So this, we need a function block that, in this case, I have all the libraries already. Here in the communication, you should be able to have a function block. I'm going to show you what's the name. I'm going to show you that allows you to create this structure that will help you to communicate with the device. So the device is called Modbus. I need to call it here, and I can create a different function to be executed at the end. Section srcom mgmt communication manager. Okay, the function block is called, and let's find it out here. It's called Modbus Ethernet port 1M4. This is the one that we need to use. That will generate instance Ethernet mgmt. That will generate that work memory that we need here. So here we just need to add something. So it's going to be structure Ethernet mgmt. Save. If we create this one, you can name it as you want. You can add all these variables, but there's no need it. And I will add this, which is the parameters, mgmt param. There are some parameters that we need to configure over here. So this is the function block that we need, and this is the structure that we need in order to link to the function blocks. So here on the function block that we have already defined, we need to link to that instance of that array or structure. So this one, okay, selection, now compile. Okay, good. So here you can see that I have a few things in red, and it's okay because we need to use the dynamic array, and by default it's disabled in the project. So tools, project settings, variables, allow dynamic array, enable this. And then force, I believe this one needs to be unchecked. Okay. And then here, hopefully now more close to the load, and okay, 0 error. So this will allow me, that function block is the one that manage all the communication that we have in the report, and that's why we need to link that structure over here. Now there is this parameter mgmt, which is the one that indicates, okay, which is the port I'm using in order to connect to the devices. So for that, we just need to go to the variables that I have created. Okay, DDT, param, here. So this is the information that we need to configure in order to select which is the port. Okay, so here, this is the values. 4 is the maximum, I believe, it's not wrong. Here is timeout, and it's to be in time, so 10 seconds. And here is the one you need to pay attention. So you can use the name if you define the device or the communication over here, add new network, and then add the device name, or you can use the hardware address, which is rack, module, and channel. So in my case, I'm using the NOC car. Okay, so it's in the rack 0, the position 3, and the channel 0. Okay, so if we go to data editor, here, rack, module, and channel. Okay, so rack, module, and channel 0. Okay, rack, module, and channel 0. But if you go here, channel 0. Now seems to be everything fine, but there is an update on the libraries. There's an update on the libraries that has this one, device maintenance and product data, the one that I want to use. And I found that information by default over here wasn't correct, so probably that will sort the problem out. So what I'm going to do is to import those libraries. So here, import. I'm going to use the maintenance, import, replace all. Okay. And then I'm going to import the product data. Place all. Okay. Hopefully now it would work. Okay. And that update of the library is available in Schneider.com, sc.com. When you look for the TeSys Island on the firmware and software, you should be able to find that library. Okay, so let's see if this is all right. Let's see if it just adds something similar or not. Modular system, TeSys Island, asset management. Is in here, application, maintenance data. Okay. And you can see it's the same function block. So yeah. You add this port address that before we don't have it. So okay, that's different, and it's because it was linked over here. Okay, so you can see I haven't played with this updated library, so we need to use this, or just create a new variable with this. So editor here, no, let me just create the variable. Port address. Control C, Control V, yeah, Control C, and then use this one in all of them. So you saw that it was an update on the library. got the selection. Hopefully it worked now. Address. Not sure why these ones didn't update, so let's analyze and see what happens. Okay, and I leave it just like that. I don't want to spend more time doing this. So let's just to show you how it works. Another thing that you need to do, important explanation. Well, what you need is just to read those two function blocks for each individual device. This one for each individual device, and this one for maintenance data, just for the starters, serial starters, and power interface. The rest, I don't see the point. Okay, so connect. Administrator 1 is different, yes. I know. Transfer, yes. Let's wait for it to finish. Okay, so now if we go over here, set value 1, set value 1. Now you can see that you are reading information from the devices and reading the same because I didn't change this part. So set to 0, then make the modifications. Here I need to use the number 3. Otherwise it's gonna give you everything the same. 3, 4, 5, and let's change these to the new one. Replace FB, application, product, replace FB, product. Okay, confirm. Administrator 1. Yes, I done the modification applying. Yeah, I know. Those are the things that happens. Okay, so I have upgraded all the function blocks and also assigned each individual ID for device. And the idea of the ID is because I'm using the my array that has already the device ID, so we don't get confusion over here. So let's wait for it. Yeah, let's enable this. Set 1, set to 1. And here you can see that I'm reading different information. Okay, so I got this one for the analog IO, and let's put this in the animation table. Let's close this. This one, this one, and this one. animation table. So let's see what happened. So you can see this one is the TeSys Island Digital I/O, which is the first one over here. Then product data output is the analog I/O. This one is false. Interesting. And this one is in false too. So let's take a look why it's in false. So as you can see, I already tested just right now. So let's have a look over here and create a different data. So I'm going to set to 0, set to 0, 2. Let's see what happened. Number 5. Okay, so let's see what happened now if I separate the enable and trigger it. Well, the enable now, the trigger. So I'm going to enable all of them. And here I'm going to use this one, set value true. No, it didn't work. Okay. Set 1, it didn't work. Okay, no worries. Let's go for this one over here and see if it works. For maintenance data. So I didn't want to use this. Let's go for these two together for maintenance data. Okay, so here enable, this one enable, and you can see and read information about the consumption for this device. So if I, for example, this is when you get more things. I need to double check the other ones why it didn't work. Maybe doing something bad. For example, here you should be able to find the errors, and here not reading anything, so we can check that later. But the important thing here for you is to know the maintenance data. Here you can see all the time and all the things that I have doing with this contactor. So if I open it, this contact motor one direction here, animation table, instance input, force 1, and let's see if I can put this like this. So I want that editor, no, just all the things together. So okay, so have all the data here from the avatar for motor one direction, and here is the control of the avatar one direction. It's running. So some of the data on the other side should be going up or on. It depends what I have. It's up here. Time alone, event counter. I believe is configured to trip. So it has trip. And then if we go to here, and enable once again, decays, and then I can force the trip. should be able to turn it on again and read the data that I have for this device. This will give me all the information for this device. Of course, that just is in hours, and I have a few minutes. It's not going to show me anything. But this one should have been different, I believe. That has been commanded to the close and state from the open state. 118. So let me see if I disable all this. Maybe change. Close from the open state. And you can see here it changed. It was to 218 to 219. So we changed this as soon as we want it. Now that should be it for each of the avatar. Now with this one, why it doesn't work? I need to double check that out. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. Just tested out with you, to be honest. But this one is the one that gets all the information that is required. Works is this important thing. Here is clear reading something. So here, this is in production data 2. Because it's not assigned. Okay. So here's that's what happens when you want to do the things fast. It works. Just want to put everything together. It should be the first time. So this is the thing that it can happen to everyone. So let's connect again. So now enable this, set value to 1, and there we go, it works. So we show us that we had the position 101, the digital I/O, the analog I/O, the voltage interface, and the starter. Digital, analog, voltage interface, and starter, and this one starts with 101. So as you can see, the analog, which is the number 3, is the 102. The voltage interface number 4, ID 103, and the starter 104, the position 5. Okay, so now everything's working fine with the update of the library. Do you have this? You have this. This one is new port address that I forget to add on these two. That's why it didn't work. It's my fault, not the software. And then in the new update, we also have this port address over here. That is also something add-on that we have already configured over here. But I believe that add-on is because this configuration that you have on the over here, sometimes you don't do it over here, and that it doesn't work. And this will give you the idea that what is missing, okay, in your configuration. So you can use my my arrays and variables in order to put it over here, or just remember that in order to use the avatar ID on these cases is the device ID for the unit ID. Here is the IP address in the syntax, and then the port address is the destination of the PLC, as I show you over here, or on this one, on the params. Okay, so we have also, and I didn't mention that, along with this, we have the system. I believe I didn't add it here. in the asset management, we have system maintenance data. Okay. And we also have system product data. Okay. That in this particular case, we just need to use the M255. So let's take a look and see if I'm wrong or not. Okay. Okay, so let's have a look here and add it again, because I was doing an online modification. Asset management, system product data. Let's have a look something first. If there is no update, different update for this. Just checking different updates through the history. No. Okay. I was checking because we have version 1, version 1.2, version 1.4, and version 1.7 for the moment. And I was checking if there is one of these already available for an update. System product data, and here the one for maintenance. Maintenance data. Okay. Okay. So here we have avatar ID. So in this case, it's going to be the same if it's the avatar or device, because the one is 255. The device address is going to be the IP address. Just to show you that it works and how it works. Port address inside avatar ID. It's going to be the same, and here the word memory is going to be this one. Control C, Control B, and here I'm going to use new variable, enable system. Oops. Selection system. Okay. Selection system. Okay. And this one is going to be the execute. So if it doesn't work, then don't blame the software. It could be me then doing something wrong without testing that first. Okay. Data selection. As you can see by the time, it's just taking a long time to play with it and give you all the information. So okay, yeah, I need to assign this error code. So it's going to be maintenance here, system, wrong, code, syst, maintenance, wrong field, guys. That's why, and then here error code, data selection, product data. Okay, so now it is connected. I'm going to build this and see if there is any error. No. I'm going to build the project. Now it's going to take some time. I'm just going to go for the whole process just to see that it works fine. And then here, connect administrator 1. Just take a few seconds. The only important thing here is on the avatar ID is going to be 255. And for the rest, it's going to be not the avatar ID, is the device ID. And it can be a little bit confusing if you are not aware of. So let's see if this one works. Set value 1. Set value 1. Okay, they are reading some information here. So system data is going to be the bus coupler, this version of firmware, some information about the MAC address and everything here. And this is important. Time module on 64 hours of being encountered. So more of the same. Okay. So this is how we can get more extra information about what's going on for each device and for the whole system using the device maintenance data, device product data information, function blocks, and also the system, which is the system product data and system maintenance data for the TeSys. So thank you very much for watching this video, and I see you on the next one related to the energy and power. Bye bye.